Lucia Ferrara. I'm the Director of Hospitality here at the Precious Blood Renewal Center. And I welcome you to the table today, and what we are cooking is Zuppa Toscana. In other words, it's kind of a Tuscany soup. That I don't know how it got its name, or but obviously must be somewhere from the Tuscan region. I don't know, but it's on the plates of many tables in Italy and here where we live. And I know it was one of the staples I grew up on. And it's not a hard soup. It's usually a soup that we eat in the fall, in the winter. It's a very hearty soup. It really warms you up. So if you're looking for something a little bit different this holiday season to have with your family, a soup night with maybe some bread or some sandwiches or frittata, this is the soup you want because it's very filling. What we have in our soup is I have about 1.25 pounds of grounded Italian sausage, and we're going to crumble that into our pot here in just a minute. Then we're going to use 4 to 5 slices of bacon. Bacon is of your choice. If you want to get really fancy and really Italian, then we can use pancetta. And pancetta is just an Italian bacon, and you can get it in several different ways. You can get it like this, you can get it in a block, you can get it diced, you can get it sliced. So if you want to look for that, you're more than welcome to. I've done it both ways. And of course the taste is always better with the pancetta. We're going to use about a cup of half and half. We're going to use 4 to 5 stalks of chopped celery, and I want you to include the leaves of the celery, so do not waste the leaves of the celery. Then we're going to use 1 or 2 little crushed cloves of garlic, 1 large onion, and we're going to chop it up. And for me, I love potatoes, and potatoes is really the meat of the soup, more so than the sausage and bacon. These are just plain russet potatoes, kind of medium to small to medium in size, and I usually use about 8 of those, depending on the size and how you cut them. Now I don't like them chunked up, I like them sliced, and I will show you how we're going to slice those. And you kind of figure 1 potato per person. So, like I said, I use anywhere from 8 to 10 potatoes depending on the size. So this soup that we're making today will definitely serve at least 8 people at the table, okay? And you may have some leftovers, you may not. And then, I don't know if I mentioned it, we have about 2 to 3 cups of baby spinach. And if you don't have baby spinach, get the regular spinach and we'll just chop it up a little bit. So maybe some Parmesan cheese later on to top it off with, and salt and pepper. But other than that, that is it. So let's get to chopping. So I'm going to start slicing my potatoes here. I went ahead and peeled them all and washed them. And we're just going to slice them like this into like chips. And we're going to do that with all of the potatoes. And once they start cooking in the soup, of course, some will break into different pieces. But this is how we're going to put them into our soup. All right, guys. guys, welcome back. I've got everything chopped and ready to go and sliced. So we're gonna get our pot here, and we are going to turn the flame on low at the moment, low to medium, and we're just going to kind of put just a little bit of olive oil, just so it doesn't, the bacon and the sausage doesn't stick to the pan. So we're going to put the sausage in there, and we're going to just let it start cooking. And we're going to let this sausage brown and kind of continue to crumble it up. Okay. Then we're going to add the bacon in there, and we're going to mix all of that in and let it crumble together until it becomes brown. And the bacon is kind of crispy, but not too crispy, okay? And then we're going to add in our garlic and our chopped onion in there. And I can hear it sizzle already. And those of you that like a little bit of crushed red pepper, you go ahead and put a little bit in there, not a lot. And then of course we're going to add salt and some pepper. Can you guys hear it sizzle? And it's starting to smell good too. There's nothing like a bunch of fat being cooked. All that sausage, all the bacon, Italian sausage at that. It's just so good, and it has a lot of spices in it. Be sure to use Italian sausage because it's just not the same with, you know, different kind of other sausages. Like you can get regular pork sausage or regular country sausage, you know, that you use for breakfast. That is not the kind of sausage you want for this dish. So we're going to continue to let it sizzle and cook and brown. And if you don't do this while you're cooking it, the sausage and the bacon kind of tend to fry together, and you don't want that. You want it to be loose, you want it to be separated in a way. So this way, with every bite of soup, you get some bacon and you get some sausage. And if you can kind of see, it's getting browner. Okay, and it smells wonderful. Okay, so we're going to let this kind of sizzle here for about 4 to 5 minutes. So we have been sizzling this sausage and onion and garlic and bacon and all the different seasonings. So what I'm going to do now is add the celery in there, the chopped celery, and kind of just let the celery kind of combine it and stir it up a little bit here, just so it kind of gets a little sizzle. Okay, so we're going to do this. And next, what we're going to do is we're going to add, see, that's how you want it to look. So you want it to look kind of crumbly and cooked, the onions, the sausage, all of it together. All of that beautiful coloring, smells, Okay. Now we're going to add our chicken broth. And I use chicken broth because it just gives it just some added flavor. Not that you really need any more flavor in this dish. I mean, you could just use water, the same amount of water, but I think the chicken broth just kind of gives it just a bit of a, I don't know, just a bit of a better taste, okay? So we're gonna mix this all up. All right, and then we're going to put our sliced potatoes in. All right, and look at that. I mean, you guys, if you were here with me right now, it smells delicious. I mean, look at all that beautiful food in there. Look at all those ingredients. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? We are going to let it simmer for about 30 minutes. You want it to come to a good boil for at least 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to top this off, and then after about 30 minutes, we're going to add the cream, or the half and half, and then we're going to add the spinach and let it boil for about 5 more minutes after that. Okay, so in the meantime, go wash your dirty dishes, have a glass of wine, and then come back, okay? We've been checking in on this soup here, and it looks like it's about ready. So you can tell that the sausage and the celery and onions and bacon and the potatoes are starting to split a little bit, and we're ready to put the cream in. So we're just gonna put the cream in, give it a good stir. Look how beautiful that looks. And by the way, the smell in this kitchen is so good. Look how hearty that soup is, okay? So I have baby spinach here, so I'm not going to cut it. So I'm just gonna dump all my spinach and just mix it like this a little bit. Put the top back on it. Give it a little air so it doesn't boil over. And let it simmer for about another 5 minutes. Then we'll come back and plate it. Alrighty, we are back for the final tasting of this Zuppa Toscana, or Tuscany soup. So here we go, guys. Here is your soup. So, look at that beautiful spinach and the cream and all the ingredients put together. So that's a great soup for a fall evening, a winter evening. So I'm going to plate it. You're going to invite your friends over, your neighbors, your family, to come over and enjoy a nice bowl of soup. And they're going to go, "What in the world did you make this time?" And you're going to say, "Oh, I got it off the Precious Blood Renewal Center website." You know, that old lady who always likes to think she knows what she's doing. I'm going to put up just a little bit more in this one. Okay? Look at that, you guys. So then we like to put some fresh Parmigiano cheese. Really, you can use any cheese. Pecorino, Asiago, Parmesan, Romano, anything you like. Okay? And we're gonna get some bread and put it there for my friends that are coming over today. We're gonna have a little glass of wine. So, thinking back on my memories of all the homemade soups and pasta dishes and things like that, um, this is really one I cherish because it was something that we always had in the winter time or the fall, when it was really cold outside and those chilly evenings. But during this Thanksgiving season, I want all of us, including myself, to kind of reflect upon what really matters in our lives. What are some things that really matter? What are some people that really matter in our lives? What issues really matter in our lives? And I was reading a scripture, so I wrote it down. It was in Psalm 34, verse 8. And it says, "Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him." So, I kind of thought about that verse a little bit. And for me, God spoke to me and said, He's inviting all of us, not just myself, but all of us to trust in Him. And for me in my life, God has always supplied all my needs. But I think this year especially, He has really blessed me. And I find that blessing in so many different ways, in so many different people. And so what I want to leave you with this week is knowing that God will supply all of our needs if we honor and seek Him first. And then in all things that we should speak life and truth and love, and then seek peace and justice, and then humbly serve our God. So for this Thanksgiving season, I want to say that I'm very thankful for my friends, my family, the family that I work with here at the Precious Blood Renewal Center, my extended family, and all those friends around the world that I haven't even met yet. But together we're going to have some Zuppa Toscana. Let's taste this. See how it tastes. Look at the spinach. Okay, gotta grab it here. Okay. Perfect. It's warm. Tutti alla tavola. That's good red wine. You can have any wine with it, by the way. I just chose red today. Kind of a rosé type wine. But anyway, enjoy your soup, and until next time, God bless you.